Hey guys, Probable1701 here, and today we're going to talk some more about the Cybermen. Now recently I did do an It's Armageddon video where we talked about the top 4 Cybermen stories we would save if for some reason an apocalypse, an Armageddon was happening, and we could only save 4 Cybermen stories for posterity. And a lot of the regular ones I expected popped up a lot, like The Invasion, Tomb of the Cybermen, Earthshock, etc, etc, etc. Saw a couple other people mention Revenge of the Cybermen, which of course made my day because I love Revenge of the Cybermen. Saw several people mention Attack of the Cybermen. I was kind of surprised to see so many people mention it. Even had about 3 people had Silver Nemesis on their list, which I personally like Silver Nemesis, so that was a nice thing to see as well. But the one that really shocked me, because it's the one that kept popping up on lists, which is a good story, but I didn't think it would make a lot of people's top 4 list, was World Enough in Time and Dr. Falls. And the Dr. Falls. I didn't think that would show up as often as it did. I figured most people, if they would be picking one from the modern series, they'd do the Age of Steel 2-parter, which was also mentioned several times, but I figured it would be the more popular modern Who choice, because I do think that's the best story of the Cybermen in the modern series myself. Because the Cybermen really don't get a lot of good stories in the modern series. But no, a lot of people were going with World Enough in Time, which is a great story. When I was ranking the Capaldi era, I had World Enough in Time in the Masterpiece category and Dr. Falls in the Great category, because I do think Dr. Falls doesn't quite deliver on what World Enough in Time sets up. It's still really great. That's why it's in the Great category, and I like it a lot. But it suffers from what a lot of Doctor Who 2-parters in the modern series do, especially in the Moffat era, where Part 2 doesn't quite live up to what Part 1 sets up. Still a good episode, but I had a few issues with it, which I've addressed in other videos. Whereas in the Age of Steel, Rise of the Cybermen 2-parter, I do think Part 2 lives up to Part 1. I think Part 2 delivers on everything Part 1 sets up. And I really enjoy that one. I think both episodes are pretty amazing. I think it's the best the Cybermen have been done in the new series. So I was kind of surprised that more people were saying World Enough in Time, Dr. Falls, than I was the Age of Steel, Rise of the Cybermen 2-parter. So I thought, I'm curious on that. I would like to know, since that list was more about which ones you'd save for posterity, I'm curious, and I would like to get your guys' opinions on which story you like better, the Age of Steel 2-parter or the World Enough in Time 2-parter. Which one you think is objectively a better made episode, script, production, directing, all that, and which one you just prefer to watch subjectively, which one you like better. Because those are 2 different things. Which one you think is objectively better, and then which one you just happen to subjectively like better, and why. Objectively, it's a little harder to say. I'd probably still say I think the Age of Steel one I think is objectively better, just because Part 2 does live up to Part 1. Both of them are good scripts. Both of them are well directed. I think I give it to Age of Steel more just because I like the fact Part 2 lives up to Part 1. Subjectively, I do enjoy the Age of Steel more. I just like it better. I like Tennant more than I do Capaldi for the most part too. So, yeah, I would say Age of Steel. So I'm curious to know what you think down in the comments between those 2-parters. Because, again, I was very surprised to see the World Enough in Time 2-parter coming up on people's list. Well, a pretty considerable amount more than it was the Age of Steel 2-parter. That really surprised me, and I thought I got to do a video about that. So down in the comments, let me know which one you think is objectively better and which one you just happen to like better. I would love to get your thoughts on why you feel the way you do about these 2 particular Cybermen stories. Other things to do, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on a video. I do a new video every day. I've also started a Patreon page, and I do have some patrons on that, which is very nice. If you would like to join that, there's a link to that down below. My entry level is only $2, just $2 a month if you like what I do. There are higher tiers with other perks as well. Through June the 10th, anyone who signs up even at the $2 level will get access to stuff that's usually only for higher tiers, bloopers, outtakes, alternate takes, shelved videos, behind the scenes, etc., 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 and polls to vote in. We do have a 4th Doctor era poll up right now, voting on which companion I'll do a review on. I believe Leela's winning at the moment. So check that out if there's anything there that interests you. Most importantly, though, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.